And now, here's Dialogue, a podcast with Gene Richard from Kbze 105.9 FM. Today's show is being sponsored by
the new Miracle Blade World Class 2012 Professional Series is the best set of knives you'll ever own. The spectacular World Class 2012 Series, over a $300 value for just $39.95. But we're just getting started. We'll send you a complete second set of Miracle Blades for free. That's right, another entire set, a $300 value for free. Just pay shipping and processing. And we're still not done. If you're one of the first 500 callers, we'll send you 2 additional Miracle Blade World Class Slicers. That's an additional $80 value, totally free. Miracle Blade World Class is also guaranteed for life. We'll replace any damaged knife at any time for any reason for free forever. Over $600 worth of knives for just one payment of $39.95. Don't miss this opportunity. Call right now or just log on to miracleblade.com.
Welcome to Dialogue. We're here today with 2 great representatives from Thibodeauxville. First of all, we've got Ms. Tammy Leday, the director of the Chamber of Commerce, here to my far left, and just to my immediate left, Ms. Sarah Degg, the president of the board, chairman of the board.
Chair of the board.
Your name's not Frank Sinatra. And we're talking about an event that happens here once a year. Of course, we're going to talk about Thibodeauxville today. Every day of the year when the population of Thibodeau probably doubles, triples, quadruples. Ladies, what would you say?
Anywhere in between any of those numbers that you just said.
You got it. I'm going to pass the mic to Ms. Tammy Leday and let her talk a little bit about how we got started, the history of Thibodeauxville, and how great a day it is and what it's all about.
Sounds good, Gene. Thank you again so much for having us here today. We're very, very excited, of course. Thibodeauxville, this year, we're celebrating, first of all, our 30th year. So we have been in existence for 30 years. This started, way back when as a way to attract people to the downtown area. It was a way to get people to know our businesses that were in the area, as well as bring in other vendors so that we can get people, again, acclimated to the whole downtown area, which is our cultural center here as well. And so from that same point, it was just, again, to get everybody open up for the businesses that were part of that in that area as well. So it got started with just a handful of vendors, and then next thing you know, it started growing and growing and growing. And this year, we're very proud to announce that we're over 150 somewhat craft vendors. We have 25 food vendors, and so that means a lot of great food. Everybody comes for food as well as to do all of their shopping as well. So just a lot of excitement. We're very, very excited for that, and we definitely want everybody to come out and enjoy, a fun-filled day. It's for all ages. There's things for all groups, whether you want to come do some Christmas shopping or you're just coming for food, or whether or not you want to enjoy some of the live entertainment that we'll have on 3 stages. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute.
You bet. And of course, we've got Sarah Degg in the house. Sarah, Tammy kind of makes this thing go.
Yep, she does.
Thank goodness.
Yes, we're
but
very appreciative.
Somebody's got to be the head of the ship, and you're the head of the ship. So congratulations on being chairman of the board.
Thank you.
And I know you're doing a great job and going to continue to do a great job in the future. But tell us a little bit about the chairman's position in the chamber and what it does.
So right now we have a board of 19 board members, and so I kind of lead that group through what our goals are for the year. We have 3 subcommittees, Thibodeauxville being one of them, but we also have our GPA committee that really kind of does the political forums that we've done recently, and stays really more in tune with the local politics going on in Thibodeau. And then our OA committee is our organizational affairs, and so this is the group of folks that help put on our events all throughout the year. So we have the business at breakfast or breakfast with the chamber, and then we have businesses at lunch at Kbze, and so they've done a really great job bringing those back post-COVID. And then we've also been fortunate enough to be able to host a couple after hours this year, so that group really kind of puts together the events for our members throughout the year, and I just kind of help oversee it. And then of course we have Tammy and the staff that really help execute a lot of our things. The board has big visions and goals, and Tammy's really there with her staff to help us execute and push those buttons and make it happen. So I just help with all that.
You do more than help. But anyway, before we're going to take a break and then come back for another segment. But before we do, and we talk about this all the time, ladies, there's a membership for everybody at the Chamber. I don't care if you're one person. I don't care if you're John Deere, the size of John Deere, or the size of Thibodeau Regional, or the size of the Lafourche Parish School Board. There's a membership for you, and there's something for you to do. So while you're watching this podcast, you be thinking, if you're a member, fine, make sure you attend all the functions. If you're not, make doggone sure you call Tammy at the Chamber and get signed up. Getting back to Thibodeauxville before we take a break, is the Chamber in any way tied to the cook-off the night before?
So I believe it all started years ago as a way to attract visitors to our area to spend the weekend with us. And so that's why I think the Big Boy Cook-Off started the Friday night, was again to get people more involved, to come down here, and then again spend the day with us on Saturday, hoping that we would fill up all our hotel rooms in the area as well. So I think that's how it all got started.
You're correct. And let me give you a short story, and then we're going to take a break. Norm Swanner and I started the Big Boy Cook-Off, I would say 30 years ago, maybe 31 years ago, for that very reason. And I think there were, and I could be off by one, but I think for the first cook-off, we had 5 or 6 teams. And the only rule we had was you couldn't belong to a restaurant. So everybody else was fair game. So myself and I think five other teams, or maybe 4 other teams, I forgot, got together and we cooked. And I was at the last minute, you know me as usual, scurrying around trying to get things together, and made a shrimp stew, and we were all having a good time, drinking and cooking and having a good time. And the judges started judging for the cook-off. Well, I left because back in those days I was doing the Edie White and Thibodeau High home games on radio. So we left. I left, and we had to go to the game, and the game was at Edie White. At home, and I forgot all about the cook-off, and then got into the football game, and I guess about an hour later I get a phone call. Gene, we want you to know you won. I said, I thought they were kidding. I said, yeah, right. You know, tell me why you call, what you want to do. I'm busy. Come on, tell me what you want to do. No, you won. And we want you to come get your prize. I said, I can't. I'm busy. You know, well, we're going to put it in the goose. You can come get it when you get off. So I did. And my prize was a cooking spoon from the old Bolello's restaurant. And I use it till today. In fact, I wanted to bring it and I forgot. I said that was the first prize at the Big Boy Cook-Off many, many moons ago, and that's where it started. And look at it now. Yeah. I mean, it's like 40, 50, 60 teams, and they cooking stuff I never even heard of. So for me to go cook today, it would be strictly out of the question. Hey, we're going to take a short break. We're going to switch gears and come back about another segment of Thibodeauxville. We'll be right back here on Dialogue with Gene Richard.
Lagasse here, and I'm so excited to tell you about my French door air fryer 360. Extra large 26-quart capacity. Cook with up to 70% less calories from fat than deep frying. That's a big deal, my friend. 360 degrees of superheated air gives you fast, even cooking. My 10-in-1 French door air fryer 360s grills, air fries, dehydrates, roasts, bakes, broils, proofs, slow cooks, and toasts. This baby does it all. These French doors are a game changer. Look at how easy that is.
Now, find out how you can try Emeril Lagasse's French Door Air Fryer 360 with 3 cooking tiers, fetch tool, air frying rack, and drip tray in your home for 30 days for just $14.99. Order now and you'll also get Emeril's Air Fryer Favorites recipe book. And we'll automatically upgrade you to our bonus cooking kit free. Plus, find out how you can get free shipping. This offer will not last, so call or click now to order.
You're going to love it. I guarantee it.
All right, welcome back, listeners. Hope you enjoyed the first segment. The second segment, we talked about this in previous years on the radio. I'm going to tell you right now, stop spending. If you're doing Christmas presents, stop buying them. Come to the Thibodeauxville on November 12th because of the great selection of all of the items that are at the booths. We say this every year. Everybody spends their hard-earned money on Christmas presents for their kids, and you go to the big box stores or you go to other stores, and everybody gets presents for Christmas Day. Well, by December the 26th, guess what? Half of those presents don't work, half of them in the garbage, the battery's dead on the other half. Come to Thibodeauxville to buy your presents. You get good Cajun presents. You can get presents that will last a lifetime. There's furniture, there's clothes, there's quilts. Help me out, ladies. There's candles. There's all the arts to put in. those are lifetime gifts. You know, you don't have to worry about what's going to happen to them December 26th, maybe 30 years from that December 26th. But tell us a little bit about that.
That's right. Gene, I think you talked just about everything pretty much that's going to be there. But again, what we've seen this year too is a lot of people are actually making more jewelry now. I think kind of things had kind of slowed up a little bit, maybe probably during COVID, but now people are really kind of getting back into it and kind of getting to the swing of things. We're seeing a lot more people again with jewelry, the candles, the bath bombs, you know, whether it's for adults or for kids. In fact, we had a lady call this morning, said, is it too late? I want to get in. And I said, well, we're actually on a waiting list right now. So, you know, fill out your application, send it in, because we never know what tomorrow brings. So you never know, you might get in. But we're just seeing really a huge variety of things that are going to be here. We did talk a little bit about art. You talked about even furniture, you know, clothes. I think we're going to see even more clothes this year than we've probably seen before, just because a lot more people have gotten into things. And then getting back into the just crafty things, you know, decorations, whether it's wreaths or just whatever else that people may want, whether it's for Christmas or just everyday kind of other holidays that they may celebrate and want to decorate for. So I think with that being said, you're going to see a huge variety, and so definitely I think it's worth spending some Christmas money here.
Before you go, tell them about the upgrade on the booth that happened a few years back where no trinkets allowed.
Well, so you put me on the spot. Gee, you put me on the spot. So you're absolutely right. So when we first started, it was really to get really very much homemade, crafty things. And then when we had kind of a slow period, we allowed a few things to come in. But again, this year we are seeing it's kind of going back to more the handmade craft items that you're going to see and like you used to see. So yes.
Thank you, Tammy. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, really. But while we're talking about the spot, we're going to put Sarah on the spot. And with that, lots of preparation goes into Thibodeauxville. You know, and of course, it's the main fundraiser, the main thing that the Chamber does for the year. But besides that, the Chamber's busy all year round doing some other things. So if you would talk about that briefly, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. So outside of Thibodeauxville, like I mentioned earlier, we have, you know, two other subcommittees, organizational affairs, and then our GPA committee, which is focusing around the politics and governmental affairs of the area. But organizational affairs, I'd say, is the other of the three, the other committee that really has some year-long involvement. And so we like to provide opportunities to our members, you know, to network with other businesses in the area. If they have, you know, questions that they want to ask another member of a like-minded business, you know, small business, we want to provide those opportunities for our members to meet and gather together. And so that's where we're planning the breakfasts and the lunches. We also like to do some engagement with our members and understand what are they looking for, you know, what topics are of interest to them. We also like to bring forth, you know, a lot of breakfast with our membership that, you know, would provide the information that they're maybe looking for. You know, what is coming up? What are these amendments? What do they mean? What does our sheriff have to say about the state of our area and our parish, you know, about when it comes to safety? And so those are the things that we really do year round to really provide those opportunities for our members to take advantage of.
You know, the other thing too, and when we go back, talking about Thibodeauxville, going back to them, we got almost forgot, the world famous duck race.
Absolutely.
Are the ducks ready?
The ducks are ready.
Yeah,
they stay ready.
Year round. The ducks are ready year round, Jean. So yeah, I can talk about it for a second. At 4 o'clock, we're gonna dump up to 2,000 ducks in Bayou Lafourche. I know everyone asks, are they going to get there without the weir? You know, how did they get to the finish line without the weir? But guess what? They're still going to get there. So yeah, we're going to dump the ducks off of Jackson Street Bridge like we always do, and then there's going to be a finish line, and one person's going to win $1,000 in cash from that. So we're excited.
I'm winning it.
Good. We hope
You're putting it there.
I guess you better buy a ticket to win.
That's right.
You can get one at the office anytime. But yeah, you know, it's $5 a ticket, and of course it's at 4 p.m. So if you have kids, honestly, anyone of any age, I think it's just fun to watch a bunch of rubber ducks floating in the bayou and being able to cheer on your number, whatever it is.
Thank you, Sarah. The other thing, of course, and you know, I got a ton of grandkids, as everybody knows. You know what else is popular? Old cars. You know, I was talking to, in fact, just yesterday, one of my grandkids was at the house, and we were on the sofa talking, and Of course, we were looking at a rifle magazine and a fishing magazine. Out of the blue, he says, and he flips to the back page of one of the magazines, and it was about an antique show somewhere in Detroit or wherever. He said, "Boy, Pop, I'd sure like to go there." I said, "You don't have to go to Detroit. You come right here, buddy, down in Thibodeau for the Thibodeauxville." But you know what? That's popular again. It kind of lulled out for a little bit, I guess, because everybody was doing it. But now everybody's getting in the groove. Tammy, tell us about that.
Yes. So actually, we have the car show again this year, and usually we get almost close to 200 cars, of course, depending on the weather. But we'll actually come out that day, and so it's very exciting because they, like you said, they kind of travel all over. They kind of in groups, and people who definitely are into that can definitely come out and see this, and it's definitely something worth coming in and looking at. With us, we have just our latest Chamber Insight that was published. So that actually goes out through our daily comment. But if you did get one and you're interested in perhaps participating, if you have a car and would like to be a part of it, just go to, if you can find one of our Chamber Insights, if you scan the logo at the bottom, it puts you right into the application so that you can complete that and get that so that you can be a part of it as well. So yes.
Thank you, Tammy. As I said, listeners, this is the only day of the year where the population of Thibodeau quintuples, or whatever you want to call it, and it gets crowded. But I want to thank in advance the citizens and residents of Thibodeau who live around this area, in and around downtown. I can't thank you enough. You've been so cooperative. People, even come down as far as I live sometimes. They park people don't think. They park in yards. They park everywhere. They park cat a corner. They park on the street. They park next to everything. And we got a great public. Just to allow that. And on behalf of the city and on behalf of the chamber, we really, really appreciate it. The only thing I'm going to ask you is if you come in, stay away from fire hydrants and stay away from those red marks on the curb, please, because we do need to get emergency vehicles in and out. But other than that, come on out and have a great time with us. I think we've covered all the bases with Thibodeauxville. Did we forget anything?
I would say the music, just to mention.
Oh, we didn't even say. That's the most important thing. How did I forget that?
Yeah, so we have 3 stages of live music. We have Wayland, Thibodeau, and Buckstown All-Stars on Stage A this year. Stage B focuses a little bit more on Cajun music. So we have Cajun music preservation, and then Cajun Jam playing on Stage B, which is near Spars. And then, of course, we have Stage C, which Thibodeau Family Church helps us with. Yes, so they play music, Christian music. Sometimes they'll get some cheerleaders and tumblers out and put on a show for us. So we're really excited about the entertainment and the music that we have this year. Very much so.
If I may ask, also too on the Cajun stage, we also have the Revelers, which is a huge group that a lot of people also follow. So definitely wanted to mention that as well. The other thing too is that Thibodeauxville is free to attend. Doesn't cost you a dime. So come on, have a good time. Don't worry about parking because we also have free shuttle that runs to and from the Warren Harang Auditorium. So you definitely want to take advantage of that as well.
We talked about that, listeners, earlier when we were doing radio. Tammy's got a great point. Take advantage of that. But if you don't want to worry about parking, come park at the Civic Center. Warren J. Harang Municipal Auditorium, and just get shuttled back and forth. And you don't have to wait a half an hour. You don't have to wait even 15 minutes. I mean, they're running constantly back and forth, so come on out and take care of that. November the 12th, come on out. Come on, have a great time here at Thibodeauxville. Arts and crafts, booths, food galore. Come see all your partners. Come on out to Thibodeauxville on November the 12th. Miss Sarah Degg, chairman of the board, and Miss Tammy Leday, director of the chambers. You always got one more thing. This is not the 5 on Fox. Okay? 2 more things.
You want to go? You go. So I'll go. I just wanted to say, of course,
I'm not doing my job.
You were doing a great job, Gene. But we'd be remiss not to thank our sponsors for this event as well. So it takes a lot of folks to put this on together, but our sponsors are really a huge part of making it happen. So this year's event is presented by Go Bears, and then of course our duck race this year is sponsored by Thibodeau Regional Health System. So just wanted to give a thank you to those 2, but also all of our sponsors. We have sponsorship levels ranging from one level to another, and so we couldn't do it without any of them. So we're super appreciative of to all of our sponsors.
You're right, Sarah.
Same one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh no, that's okay. So I just want to conclude by saying, don't forget to buy your duck ticket. So we still have duck tickets for sale. You can come by the chamber office, which is located at 318 East Bayou Road, or just give us a call at 446-1187. We'll do our best to get you a ticket.
You included, Jean.
Okay, I will. Now, the ladies said it all. I'm done talking because the ladies talked about everything. We got to get more ladies on these shows because they do a better job. Anyway, listeners and viewers, thanks for being with us today. Enjoyed it. Have a great day. Come on out November 12th, and we'll see you later here on Dialogue on KBZE YouTube.
Hi, friends. Richard Karn here. Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-960-8771. 800-960-8771.
Dialogue, the podcast, is a production of Kbze 105.9 FM and Gene Richard. If you would like to advertise or be a guest on this podcast, please email Howard Castay at howardcastay@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and tell a friend. Gene Richard's Dialogue is back.